During the winter vacation of my sophomore year, I applied for a job as an assistant uncle president. At the end, he said, "You are very interesting." At that time, I was very stupid and naive. I chased after him and asked, "What's so interesting?" He smiled. "What you asked is very interesting." That was the first time I saw him laugh. Later, he paid my tuition fees, gave me living expenses on a regular basis, and allowed me to live in his private apartment. I would be an idiot if I didn't understand it. The deep meaning of this little girl is interesting is, little girl, I am interested in you, but it stands to reason that a successful person of his age should have a wife and a family. Is it because he wants to grow wildflowers outside and the red flag at home will not fall? Should I not be tricked into being a junior? What kind of experience is it to fall in love with an uncle? My head teacher said at the monthly class meeting, society is a big divide. Girls should keep themselves clean. All my classmates looked back at me. You should stand the temptation, resist the temptation. Remember not to take shortcuts for cheap. The classmates looked back at me again. Self-reliance, what you want depends on your own efforts. The classmates continued to look at me. After the class meeting, I swaggered back to the dormitory carrying the spoils swept across the department store with the eyes of the whole class. Because it was the second half of the senior year, the other girls in the dormitory were very busy with their work. I was the only one who tried on clothes one by one in front of the mirror and enjoyed it. I have found a workplace. During the internship, the salary is comparable to that of regular employees. The work is easy and the time is free. My roommate beautified her resume in front of the computer, said, "Lily, why not ask your capable boyfriend to introduce some jobs to us? Doesn't he know several bosses of big companies?" "That's right," the others quickly joined in. I put on an orange dress that matched my temperament and turned around gracefully to answer, "No problem. I'll ask you later." It was time. I put on my backpack and left. The moment the dormitory door was closed, there were vaguely cynical discussions. To put it nicely, it's a boyfriend, but he's actually a bald old man in his 50s. Well, that's why he found a college student with a mediocre appearance like her. Look at her arrogant appearance. She never feels ashamed. Compared with these roommates, I still prefer the head teacher.